What if I told you that the spiritual growth you experience during Ramadan doesn't have to end when the month is over? Imagine carrying the peace, joy, and connection you feel during Taraweeh with you all year long. In this video, I'll show you how to continue the spirit of Ramadan and keep the power of Taraweeh alive throughout the year. Stay with me until the end, and I'll guide you through simple yet powerful ways to maintain your connection with Allah and stay spiritually fulfilled no matter the season. You don't want to miss this. Ramadan ends, Taraweeh and spiritual renewal, continuing the practice year-round. Ramadan is not only a month of fasting, reflection, and prayer, but also a period for deep spiritual renewal. The act of fasting cleanses the body, while the prayers, especially Taraweeh, nourish the soul. As Ramadan draws to a close, many believers feel the heightened spirituality that comes with the month, an inner peace, a closer connection to Allah, and a heightened sense of purpose. However, as the month ends and the final Taraweeh prayer is completed, the challenge is to maintain the positive changes and continue with the enhanced connection to Allah throughout the year. In this article, we will explore how the practice of Taraweeh during Ramadan can lead to lasting spiritual renewal, and how you can carry the spirit of Ramadan into your everyday life. We'll also discuss ways to incorporate Taraweeh and other devotional acts into your routine throughout the year, helping you maintain the sense of peace and spiritual fulfillment that Ramadan has provided. 1. The spiritual benefits of Taraweeh in Ramadan. Taraweeh prayers are a distinctive and essential feature of Ramadan. These prayers, offered after the Isha night prayer, give Muslims an opportunity to connect deeply with the Quran and seek closeness to Allah. Each rak'ah, unit of prayer, is an act of worship, and the long recitations of the Quran provide a time for reflection and spiritual growth. Beyond the physical exhaustion that may come with fasting and the long nights of Taraweeh, there is a profound sense of spiritual fulfillment that accompanies these acts of worship. The recitation of the Quran brings a sense of peace and tranquility, and the prostrations of Taraweeh provide a deep sense of submission to Allah. This connection with the divine is felt on a heart level, and the joy and fulfillment that come with it often linger long after the prayer is completed. Throughout Ramadan, believers experience an emotional and spiritual uplift, with many finding a renewed sense of purpose and connection to Allah. The sense of community experienced during Taraweeh prayers also strengthens the emotional impact as the worshippers gather to collectively seek forgiveness and spiritual growth. The beauty of Taraweeh lies not only in its ritual, but also in the profound sense of spiritual renewal it provides, making it one of the most beloved acts of worship during Ramadan. 2. Maintaining the spiritual high after Ramadan. As the month of Ramadan ends, many believers face the challenge of maintaining the spiritual growth and connection with Allah that they have cultivated during the month. The end of Ramadan does not signify the end of the spiritual journey. On the contrary, it is an opportunity to continue on that path, armed with the spiritual strength gained throughout the month. One way to maintain the spiritual high after Ramadan is by continuing to engage in acts of worship, such as prayer, charity, and dhikr, remembrance of Allah. The habit of Taraweeh, while particularly significant during Ramadan, should not be abandoned once the month ends. Muslims are encouraged to continue to pray at night, whether in the form of voluntary prayers, nafil, or sunnah prayers, in order to maintain the rhythm of nightly worship and deepen their relationship with Allah. One of the most important factors in continuing the practice of Taraweeh beyond Ramadan is developing consistency in worship. Just as Taraweeh is a habit developed during the month of Ramadan, it can be maintained year-round through conscious effort and dedication. 3. How to incorporate Taraweeh and night prayers year-round. While Taraweeh is a special prayer offered during Ramadan, the habit of praying at night can and should continue after the month ends. The key to continuing Taraweeh-style prayers after Ramadan is to maintain the intention of worship and dedication to Allah. Here are some ways to integrate nightly prayers into your routine after Ramadan. 1. Make the intent for voluntary night prayers, tahajjud. The night prayer, especially tahajjud, is highly recommended in Islam. After Ramadan, consider setting aside time each night to pray tahajjud or other voluntary night prayers. Just like Taraweeh, these prayers provide a way to connect with Allah and seek His mercy. Begin by gradually increasing your night prayers, and over time, try to make it a regular habit. 2. Start with small steps. For many, the transition from Taraweeh to regular nightly prayers can be overwhelming. Start small by incorporating additional prayers into your nightly routine. You can begin by praying 2 rak'ahs, units of prayer, after Isha, or committing to a few rak'ahs of tahajjud on the weekends. The key is consistency and dedication. As you maintain this habit, you will find that your connection with Allah continues to grow. 3. Establish a routine for reflection and worship. Incorporating Taraweeh-like devotion into your everyday life doesn't have to be limited to formal prayers. Dedicate time each day for reflection on the Quran, dhikr, and supplication. Reading and reflecting on Allah's words will help you stay spiritually aligned, and the practice of dhikr will keep your heart centered on Allah. Additionally, remember that it is not just the physical act of prayer that strengthens your connection with Allah, but also the intention behind your actions. By keeping your heart focused on seeking closeness to Allah, you maintain the spiritual benefit of Taraweeh throughout the year. 4. The power of consistency in worship. One of the key lessons of Ramadan is the power of consistency. During the blessed month, you made time for Taraweeh every night, and this consistency allowed you to grow spiritually. The same can be applied year-round. Making regular worship a part of your daily life creates a strong foundation for spiritual growth. Consistency in worship not only helps to maintain a strong relationship with Allah, but also reinforces the discipline and self-control developed during Ramadan. It helps you stay grounded in your faith and prevents you from drifting away from your spiritual goals. By praying regularly, engaging in dhikr, and maintaining good deeds, you can continue the path of spiritual renewal throughout the year. 5. The importance of gratitude and reflection. After Ramadan. After Ramadan, it's important to reflect on the blessings and lessons you have learned during the month. Ramadan offers the opportunity for self-reflection, and this reflection should continue after the month ends. Take the time to be grateful for the mercy, guidance, and forgiveness that Allah has bestowed upon you. You can express your gratitude through continued acts of worship and by using the strength and spiritual growth gained during Ramadan to serve others. By maintaining a spirit of gratitude, you are ensuring that the fruits of Ramadan continue to bear fruit throughout the year. 6. Seek support from the community. One of the greatest blessings of Ramadan is the sense of community that comes from praying together in congregation. After Ramadan, it's important to maintain that connection to the community to help sustain your spiritual growth. Praying in congregation, attending mosque activities, and supporting one another in worship provide the encouragement needed to stay committed to your faith throughout the year. Participating in community worship and engaging with other believers can also help you maintain your Taraweeh prayers. By keeping each other accountable and offering support, you can foster an environment that nurtures your spiritual well-being. 7. Staying motivated and focused. One of the challenges after Ramadan is staying motivated to continue the spiritual practices you developed during the month. While the excitement of Ramadan may fade, the benefits of consistent worship and reflection can continue throughout the year. To stay motivated, set spiritual goals for yourself after Ramadan. Whether it's reading a certain amount of the Quran each month, praying a specific number of rak'ahs, or engaging in acts of charity, having goals will help you stay focused and committed to your spiritual journey. Remember that spiritual growth is not a one-time event, but a lifelong journey. Ramadan is the beginning of a new chapter of devotion, and it is up to you to continue building upon the spiritual strength and insights gained during the month. Embracing year-round spiritual renewal, Ramadan is a time of deep spiritual renewal, and Taraweeh plays a central role in this renewal. However, the benefits of Taraweeh and the lessons learned during Ramadan do not have to end with the month. By continuing to make Taraweeh-like worship a part of your life, you can maintain a strong connection with Allah, foster emotional and spiritual growth, and find joy in continued devotion. Through consistency in prayer, reflection, and community engagement, you can continue the path of spiritual renewal throughout the year. Let Taraweeh be the gateway to lifelong spiritual growth, helping you stay focused on your faith, remain close to Allah, and live a life filled with purpose and peace.